Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 3rd of August, and the chart that we're looking at here is the XMJ, so the materials sector for the ASX, and it's a daily chart. And what I want to point out here is that from the low here we can look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then an A and a B and a C wave here, and then the third wave is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and the fourth wave is either here or here for this, and then we have wave 5 to the upside. Now, if this is going to be a little corrective move as a wave 4 here, then it really needs to stay on top of that this level where it is now here, because if we take one of these two lows here, for example, I just need to get the right tool here, then we can see that if this is just a wave 4 pullback, it's currently sitting, well, roughly on the 38.2% retracement level there. So if it breaches that 14,000 in a nice sort of move down in here somewhere, then we'll know that we'll have 5 waves down here for this, and then we'll be looking for a change in trend. Now, how far can this market move down? Well, if this is 5 waves up here, then we'll have, a deeper ABC correction here that will take us, into these levels down here somewhere. Can I have this count wrong here? The only weak spot I can see in the count is having wave 2 over here, and then that would make this wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So that means that, just looking at the flip side here, so that would roughly be about right there, and wave 5 would move over here for this, and would be looking for the 38.2% retracement level here from this level here, roughly, yep, to there. So down to the 13,500 or even a tad lower here for that. So we've either got this move approaching, right, or we're going to have a deeper move here. So we just need to be mindful of that. But one of my main points for showing this, though, is that this market here has realistically, because I've always had this here, so I'm just going to put this back here, but I was just looking at the flip side. So look, we may have another high here, okay, but it will be short-lived. Otherwise, if this is breached here and we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then we're on our way at this point. But what I want to point out here, the materials sector has this 5-wave structure here, where the banking sector, the XXJ, the finance sector is XFJ, but XXJ for this, we really can only count, well, 3 waves up here, can't we, for this market? So we've got this first wave here, and maybe to here, I'm not sure, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave. So this here also is quite interesting as well, because the materials sector had this structure here making a new high above here, where the banking sector couldn't just manage that. CBA managed it, I think, but the other ones didn't. So this has been a much weaker position here for this. So the ASX has been dragged into a situation where, well, the XMJ is traded higher here, and the banking sector here hasn't, and the XJO has really just come back up to not quite made these highs here, depending if you're looking at the futures or you're looking at the cash market. So on the cash market here, just have a look at that, the XJO here, we can see that it made an effort to get up through here. Now, I mean, when we look at the XMJ and we look at this current situation here, oops, sorry, wrong one. When we look at the XMJ, we can see the market's really, continue to move up higher here. So there's no doubt that we can call it 5 waves in that case. In the XXJ, the banking sector, well, we can't do that, can we? We need to look at this as an A wave, some sort of B wave here or to here, and coming down for a C wave here. Or even if this is 3 waves here, then actually making new lows down here. So we've got our earnings season coming in, and I think analysts are reporting dividends will be probably 40% less, but some say that's conservative. So if it's 50% less, well, then we're going to see more downside. But, you know, looking at this here, we've got, I mean, this to me looks like a bit of a triangle pattern to some point. We still need to get 5 waves out of this. So that's 4 here to 5 here, third wave here. So either 1 and 2 in here and 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 in here, probably 1 and 2 in here as well. But otherwise we need to look at this as a triangle position here. So an A and a B and a C wave here. This could actually come down quite a distance down here. So we really need to be mindful of that. Okay, but the point is, this is really low here, isn't it? So we can't count it as 5 waves to the upside and call it a truncated fifth wave. It just doesn't cut it. Plus, we already on the XJO and some other markets, we counted 5 waves down here. So wave 1, wave 2 here, down for 1, ABC back for 2, down for 1, back for 2. This is a perfect time to short this market, actually. The banks A and Z would do the trick. So the XJO here, sorry to rabbit on, the XJO here, I mean, how would you count that? Would you count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and finished, or would you count it as some sort of corrective move here for this? That's the problem that I've got, because I can count this here as an, well, wave 1, an A and a B and a C for wave 2, or an A and a B wave here. But from this point here, this suits quite good as a triangle in here, as an A, B, C, D, E here, but this has got 5 waves in it, that makes it a little bit difficult. But still I'm left with wave 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves up here for this. Anyway, we'll get into that when we look at the chart, but this is the problem that I'm sort of faced with here, you know. The bank has made it not take the high out here, but the resources have lifted it somewhat. The resources are in a little bit of a weak spot. I mean, copper's been one of the main drivers to the upside. It's hit 6,500, and at the moment, well, it's the resistance, isn't it? Crude oil is much the same as well. It's dancing along a medium level, the 4 here. It's still sitting here. It's still not kind of resolved in any way. So we'll probably see a bit more weakness come into this. Who knows? We'll check the count out. But it's basically stalled here from June all the way through to, you know, the end of July here. And also, too, we look at the iron ore as well. So with the iron ore here, it's looking kind of positive. So what we did with the iron ore when I started tracking this particular market, we were down here. I noticed there was wave 1 here, so we put that in and looked at this, and we're expecting wave 3, 4 and 5. We got that, and then this looked corrective here. So then what I had to do is, well, consider this just being the 3rd wave here, and then bring in the 1st wave from this low here as wave 1 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here, and then looking for wave 5 here. Now, if this top gets taken out here, then we're going to have a bigger position in the market. I will need to look at this here as wave 1 and wave 2 coming back into this space here as well. So I'll be looking for a bigger picture. But if it doesn't take that top out and it takes this low out here, this, well, one of these 2 lows here will do the trick. Then we're going to have this down here as an A wave and a B wave and a C wave down here, or wave 3, 4 and 5 coming down here. So I don't know that yet, right? So we're not sure where iron ore is at the moment, but kind of looking for it to push a little bit higher, because if I bring in FMG here for a moment, we'd been looking at 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And this is the material sector here, you know, gunning it through here. And here we were looking for this little move up here. That's actually not finished, actually, because I can see this is 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 in here. So this FMG still got, it may be weak today because it's closed on Friday lower, but there's still another move to come in here for this market here. And the 5th wave is looking rather long and strong, stronger than this one here as well. So I need to sort of like consider this market maybe even pushing up even higher, but one step at a time. Let's just get through these little 5 waves here in this. With BHP, this is this is the ADR from New York's, but the same thing occurs here, is that you can see that we've got 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we're still one wave short here in this, and this is also the same for obviously for our local market as well. So I was looking for a top here, and that top can be in place here now for this. Sure, this could be a little wave 4 and a push up here, but I don't think that's the case now. So when I look at the tick, well, we'll have a look at the tick chart in a moment, but for this to pull back down here, this would be, obviously this is 3 waves to the upside, so we could have this as an A and a B and a C wave up here, so we can't forget that. I better put that in there. So we'll just put that there because it's possible, you know, it hasn't taken out the top or anything. If this was going to pull back here, which it obviously is, so from this wave 2 low here, we can look at this here as the 38.2% retracement level. So coming back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here for this market. So there's other stocks that have trended up, you know, nicely as well, just not tech stocks. I think NWL, Net Wealth, is done well like that, but this is the other type of, you know, almost sort of not tech stock but financial stock. But this one here, you know, this is obviously, this is all of wave 1 here and 2, wave 1 and 2 here. And this is all of the 3rd wave moving up through here. So we'll be looking for a 4th wave to pull back into this stock. But I mean, I'm just looking at the patterns for these, that's all. So, okay, let's go back to the Australian market here for a moment and we clean these. I just wanted to sort of look at these stocks. I mean, the other one that we should actually look at here is just ANZ for a moment here. So ANZ looks like it's got further to move down. This is the support here coming in at the low here at 1750 area through here. But as I've noted before, this can certainly be an A wave, a B wave and a C wave for wave 4 here, and just keep continuing down here. So this would be the place to look to short this market here for this. Sure, you may get trapped at this point, but you can just keep a tight stop on it at this stage. Yeah, but that's where the weakness is, okay? So I'll just move that out the way. So what we got to do, what the question here is that do we look at this as wave 1 and 2 here and wave 3 up here, or wave 3 over here? So do we look at this here as an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4, pulling back into this space here and then moving up from that point? Don't forget this, because it hasn't made a new high here too, we also just need to consider this whole move up here being corrective. I don't think it's the case, but I just think it's good to, you know, to look at this, because, you know, this is a count that we've had for quite some time here, as you know, as an A wave here, an A and a B and a C and a D and an E here. I don't particularly like this because it appears that we've got 5 waves in this move here, which it should be 3 waves. But apart from that, I mean, it all sort of fits. We haven't made a new high here just yet. So it's possible that this, like the banks, can, you know, pull back further down through here for this. So we just need to be a little bit mindful of that. But coming back to the daily chart here for a moment, this is where I'm not quite sure what the best thing to do is here in terms of wave 3 over here, an A wave here and a B wave here and a C wave here, or having wave 3 here and then down into wave 4 at this point here. In both cases, they come down into this space here. So I think that we'll take a look at both counts on the intraday here, and this is the 4-hour chart here. This is counting this up like the material sector of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, but it gives us that overlapping wave structure here, so that's just not going to work. We looked at this as being 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, but the breaking of 6,000 just basically destroys that count, and the other count for this here would be just on this chart here, having this wave 3 over here with an A and a B and a C for the A wave here, and 3 waves for the B wave, and then 5 waves down here for this. So in this market here, we'd just be looking at this as a little, well, we can count this as 5 waves to this point, wave 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the third wave. We still need to see a little move up here probably for the fourth, and then that will give us 5 waves down, 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 here, and then wave 4 over here, and then wave 5 down here. So I think we're in bearish mode here for this. So just to the hourly chart here for this. So on the hourly chart, if we look at this as wave B here, so you know that I'm a little bit unsure about that, but wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the third wave, coming back to the fourth wave. That can pull back to the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, but shouldn't stay up there too much longer, or could even have some sort of corrective move, I'm not quite sure, but then down for wave 5 here, and then an A and a B and a C for wave 4, so that will pull back to wherever the previous wave 4 comes into, and then we'll have wave 5 down in here. So we've got a bit of weakness coming into the space here. So we'll either come down for this C wave down through here, right? And then we'll move up from that point. So five waves down here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then we'll have an A and a B and a C if we're going to be bearish, and then we'll be going down again from that point. So we'll either be doing that or we'll be going up from that point. So we'll have to, you know, after this low comes in, yes, we can build trades in through here, but we'll just need to be mindful that this can roll over if it takes on the banking sector's aspect rather than the resources. But the resources are also looking a bit, you know, there's no evidence that they will move higher just yet. They've stalled and they're in weak positions, except we just need to get clarity on the iron ore market. If that continues to push higher and find support, well then that's where the support's going to come in from, and that's where the bullish move's going to come from. Alrighty, yeah, so I'll just leave it at that, but I believe that we've got, this has taken us from here, from 20th of July all the way through till the end here, so for 10 days, and I think we're kind of just over halfway through that, so we could be looking at another 7 trading days to complete this move down through here, just depending how long wave 4 takes in this case. That will be the long one here. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.